The immortal John Hancock here, back with another round of retro gaming playoffs. That's right. You are going to determine who moves on to the final round, the final championship. I had a lot of fun in January. If you haven't noticed, I've taken retro game products that came out last year and pit them against each other, with you determining who moves on to the next round. And what I've done recently is what I did recently was had a quarter scale Pac-Man machine versus the 1UP Arcade Pac-Man, as well as the R9 Handheld versus the new Bitt-Boy Handheld. And the results are in. That's right, the results are in of those two matchups, and the winner will move on, compete against each other, and then go to the Retro Game Super Bowl or Retro Game Championship. And so that's right. The results are in, and the winners are... And the Arcade 1UP won. That's right. I was pretty surprised. 83% of everybody that voted, the Pac-Mans against each other, and this one won. And this was competing against the Numbskull Designs quarter scale arcade Pac-Man machine. And so a lot of people had a lot of same things, saying that they like the size of this one better. That was overwhelmingly a repeated comment, and several people commenting saying they like the size of the Arcade 1UP Pac-Man better than the other one, and that the other one was too much like a toy. It would be hard to play. And so Eric Lamb commented by saying, I like the size better. Brian B commented by saying, if I get an arcade, I want one big enough to stand and play. Very true. I agree with that. I mean, me personally, I like the fact of the size of this Pac-Man. With a riser, it is tall enough where you can stand and play it. Jared S, because of the look and size. Overwhelmingly, 83%. Pretty shocked, actually, with the difference in voting. I thought it'd be a little bit closer, but a lot of people liked the fact that this Arcade 1UP machine was just a little bit more in cost versus the Numbskull Designs. You know, this came out at retail at $299. As mentioned in an earlier video, I got mine on clearance at $150. And for people asking about the price, each individual Walmart chose the clearance price of these machines, and that's why I got mine at $150. So the other two machines that were competing against each other were the R9 Handheld, which was essentially the same thing as a Soldier Boy, versus the new Bitt-Boy Handheld. And this was another head-to-head matchup that I did, and the winner is a huge surprise, and people overwhelmingly voted for the new Bitt-Boy Handheld. I was totally shocked at this outcome. I thought for sure the R9 Handheld was going to beat it, but it didn't. And it was funny because a lot of people had a lot of the same things to say. And on a side note, I know that the Soldier Boy or the R9 Handheld is actually a Revo K101 clone. I know that. And so back to this. The new Bitt-Boy Handheld won, and it won with 66% of all the votes. That's right. 66% with hundreds of people voting. I was pretty shocked there. All right, some of the comments that people said. Phil G said, great mini handheld to take on journeys. Yes, it's got a really nice, small, slim design. This can easily fit into a pocket or in a pant pocket. Pretty nice design. I did like that. Andrew G said, better buy, great screen, reasonably cheap, plus design of the handheld looks great. And that's true. A lot of people talked about the sleek design. They like the design of this. And the screen does look great. I did notice that when playing this, that it had a nice screen on it. One of the better comments was Joshua M, and he said, no pirated nonsense makes this a clear winner. And for a lot of people, the R9 Handheld having pirated software was an issue, and people commented that bothered them, and they liked the fact that you could add your own ROMs, which technically would be pirated software if you didn't own them. But, you know, aside from that, there was many people that liked the design of the Bitt-Boy. They liked the screen. They just enjoyed, they thought it was a better value, and the fact that it didn't include pirated software was a win. So, a quick look at the Retro Gaming Playoffs bracket so far. I did a previous video. The Retron 77 is moving forward, and it's versus its cousin, the Mega Retron HD. And I did that video a couple days ago, and that will be competing against the winner of this video. That's right. And this video, again, is the arcade 1UP Pac-Man versus the new Bitt-Boy Handheld. And you have until midnight, January 22nd, to vote. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the rules of voting, and the winner will then move on to the championship, which will be on my channel, January 24th. And the two champions in the championship bracket will then head-to-head with each other, with you voting, and I have about a week to vote. And I'm now going to talk about the rules. Alright, the rules are as follows. Users may vote for their favorite device featured in this video. This is done by commenting and doing a +1 with the device's name in the comment section. I do need a +1. It makes voting easier. And if you don't do a +1 or aren't clear on who you're determining, I'm not going to count your vote. Voting will be tallied up after a scheduled and announced time. For this video, it's going to be midnight, January 22nd, Pacific Standard Time. That's right. The device that has the most votes in the comment section will move on. You may only vote once per video. And I do appreciate the comments. I do try to read all of them, and I'll tally it up as best as I can and announce some of these comments on a future video. So this round pretty much surprised me. You know, the Bitt-Boy Handheld that I reviewed, people liked it and commented, and I'm really happy to see that move on to the next round. Versus the 1UP Arcade Pac-Man machine. You know, I've been playing on my Pac-Man machine with my family quite a bit. I enjoy it. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. You have kind of like an affordable, cheap handheld that you can add ROMs to versus kind of an affordable arcade machine. So there you go. This is going to be an interesting matchup. You have until January 22nd, midnight, to vote and comment below. That's how you vote. And I want to hear from you. That's right. I love hearing comments. And thank you so much for people who've taken time out of their day to comment on any one of my videos. It's most appreciated. And so, having a lot of fun. The winner of this video will move on into the championship round. And so it's a lot of fun. I love the comments that people are making. And you know, I am very well aware that there's some other handhelds and devices that should have been in this matchup. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. I want to thank people for continuing to tune into my humble channel as I march towards 80,000 subs. I'm moving pretty fast. A lot of people are finding my channel and enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm having fun as well. Thank you. Thank you for giving me a chance to entertain you, and let's have some fun. Looking forward to doing many more videos. This is the Immortal John Hancock. You take care. A huge thank you to Glenn's Retro Show. He's got a great retro gaming YouTube channel. He does repairs, mods. A lot of his coverage is the arcade 1UP arcades. He also has a Facebook fan page for the arcade 1UP. Check it out. There's a lot of people talking about how to mod and how to take care of simple repairs and fixes of these arcade 1UP machines. I really want to do a huge thank you to him, because I had several things wrong with my arcade 1UP machine when I first got it. And Glenn went out of his way to reach out to me and give me some simple solutions on how to repair and fix my arcade 1UP machine. So thank you so much. And you may want to check out his channel. He also covers other things. So please check out his channel.